the good, the bad, and the ugly side of being mixed race. We hear, a lot of accounts from mixed race people of what the experience is like, and obviously it's from different people's perspectives. It's not from one person's perspective, so obviously you'd have to take all of it with a pinch of salt. But in my opinion, one of the good aspects of being mixed race is that you do have a well of things to draw from. You have a wealth of from your cultural background, your cultural heritage, from your parents, from their diverse backgrounds. There's more of a bigger palette, you could say, and this can help build character. It helps build character, helps develop you as a person. That's if you're able to straddle it, That's if you're able to take it in your stride and use it, and use the pain to build you up. Now, if we go on to the second aspect of being mixed race, which is the bad side of it. I mean, what are the bad aspects of being mixed race? Well, you experience a fair degree of ignorance. And the funny thing is, it's not always malicious. The ignorance you get from people is not malicious. It's just ignorance, Some people, it might rub some people up the wrong way. I always just laugh it off and take it with a pinch of salt because what can you do? I mean, people are by nature not, people have groupthink, they're not really people. A lot of people are not discerning on an individual basis. They just take whatever the next person is saying as the truth. So it's, you have to take that into consideration. So that's one of the bad aspects of being mixed race, without going into any extreme detail or bringing up any experiences or anecdotes, And so let's go on now to the ugly side of being mixed race. Well, if, for example, you're half black, half white, and you just know that there's a lot of hostility, generally speaking, between blacks and whites. I mean, at least not in the conscious world, not in the conscious everyday world, but there's animosity at some level, and sometimes you may find yourself in the crossfire, right? Where between these two warring factions, it can be very unpleasant, and you risk becoming collateral damage. As you grow up, you may become, what we call damaged goods. It might affect you in a very profound way. But again, if you're able to overcome it and straddle it, there are rewards.